Sul everyone, and welcome to another Sims 2 speed build. 35 Crow Meadow Lane is a 50 by 30 lot and costs 168,967 simoleons. It has an entryway, lounge, study, kitchen diner, 2 bedrooms, one with an ensuite and a family bathroom. It has a front and back porch with a barbecue and seating area on the back porch, swimming pool, gardening plots and a driveway with a car. As you saw at the beginning, I found those rugs because I am using custom content in this build along with stuff from the game, but I found these rugs which I thought were really nice. So I wanted to go with the colours of the rugs, which are mainly sort of brown, cream, blue and orange. Unfortunately, I was only able to use a couple of them because by trying to put them in the middle of a room by using move objects, they looked a bit weird, unlike the Better Build rugs that I have. So I've used a mixture of the two. I've got the Better Build ones where I can use in the middle of a room by using move objects, and also those ones that actually fitted nicely in place. So I was basically designing this house as I was building it, and you'll see in a minute where I feel that the lot was, or the actual house on the lot was too far back because I wanted to have a nice garden at the back. So unlike the Sims 4 where you can just lift the house up and move it forward, you can't do that in Sims 2. So I had to rebuild it further front of the lot, as you can see what I'm doing now. I got rid of the little 3x3 room at the front. That was going to be a downstairs loo, but because it sort of covered part of the lounge wall and windows, I decided not to put that in. On here I was trying something different. Rather than using columns, I thought I'd use walls. Then I thought maybe I can use archways and make it sort of like an enclosed porch, but that didn't look right either, so I ditched that idea. There are a lot of changes that I make throughout the build of the bottom floor. I make the lounge a little bit smaller, and the study there on the side of the entryway, that's going to be a study, I make that a little bit wider so that I can get I couldn't get a chess set in. I wanted a chess set in the study along with a sofa and bookcases and a computer and everything. As you can see there, I was going to go with the stone or rock wall, but I decided to do the brown instead to go with the rug, and also the blue door as well, which I actually changed to brown later on. And I wanted to use different windows this time, so I always seem to be using the other windows. Unfortunately, the Better Build curtains didn't fit the windows, as you'll see in a little while. They weren't tall enough, and the curtains in game weren't tall enough either. But I found these other curtains which are custom content, and I used those instead, which are a little bit different to what I normally use, although I have used them before. Strange really, because those windows are actually in game and I just couldn't find an in-game curtain that was tall enough. It fitted up to where the that little bit at the top with the little lines in, it fitted up to there but didn't go up all the way up the wall. It was quite nice doing something with custom content again, because I've got more options with plants and flowers and rugs, and also pictures on the walls. And I got the Grange mudroom kit. I keep going to call it the orange mushroom, which is very strange. When it first came out for Sims 4, I read it as orange mushroom kit. I thought, what the hell is that? And I completely read it wrong. But now I can't unsee it, if you know what I mean. And here I was trying out the curtains. As you can see, they don't go all the way up apart from those ones. So I used those all the way through. And here I am trying the rug as I wanted. So I used Move Objects on to put it in the middle of the floor, but it looked very strange. So I had to use my Better Build or Better Bath? No, it's Better Build, I think, rugs from Honeywell on Mod Sims. I really like how this study turned out, so I really like that rug. That was the one that I was going to use in the entryway, but I really do like that. But I wanted sort of everything in the study. I wanted, like, as I said before, bookcases, sofa, computer, chess set, and easel. But it all didn't fit, so I made a couple of extra squares for it, and it seemed to look, well, everything fitted then, and I think it looked really nice. So I think this is actually my favourite room of the house. That bookcase is in game. I just got recolours of it from Mod Sims, so I decided to go with the light wood. It's in white as well, I believe, and black, but I went with the light wood to go with the sort of brown, and the brown on the rug. And that little table, that's also in game, but that's a recolour again from Mod Sims. And of course the little hall table comes in handy again, just to fill up that little space. So I put a plant and dish on there. I think I put in 4 telephones in this lot, because there's one in the study, one in the hall, I put one in the lounge, and I put one up on the landing upstairs as well. But yes, I really like how that study turned out. I think there's more space in the lounge, really. So I wasn't really sure what to put in there. I think I extended it at one point, and then I brought it back in again. And I think that sofa is a conversion from Sims 4. But I do move everything up a couple of spaces here, because the television is too far away from the sofa. There we go. I think I ended up using 3 of those rugs, because there's the one in the study, one in the lounge, and one in the kitchen diner. And there we are, I brought that back a little bit. I wasn't sure what else to put on the end there, so I put in another table, not an end table, a hallway table, and the audio as well. Yes, I don't think I forgot anything this time. We've got everything. We've got bookcases, audio, computer. I nearly forgot the dishwasher and the trash compactor, but it is in there. Now the kitchen diner was a little bit awkward, because I've only got that little space there, or we'll get to it in a minute, to put counters and things. So there's the other telephone, and I do come back and put an audio in, I think, because I'd forgotten it. But I did remember later on. So yes, the kitchen space is, I wanted to go with that rug, so orange and green, so I didn't know whether to do sort of an orange worktop with white counter with the orange worktop, or green, and then I decided to have it all white instead, which still goes with the rug that I chose. I like that rug. It's sort of springy. Reminds me of springtime, sort of like light and airy. But what I tried to do, because there's only a few counters there, what I tried to do is move that door over, but it wouldn't let me. So I think it's either the window or the curtain, or both, that's in the way. So I had to leave the door where it was. But I ended up putting another couple of counters there to put a coffee machine on and a microwave. But of course, once you've got the mixer on there, it only leaves one counter to do things on. So there's only one counter, but of course you can always add another couple of counters in, I suppose, instead of that plant, or get rid of the microwave. But one counter should be enough. Unless of course you want more room for a juicer or something. Yeah, I chose the orange chairs to go with the orange on the rug. I thought they looked really nice actually. I'm not really an orangey person, but I think they looked really nice, and especially the orange and the green plants and everything went well with the rug. I thought it looked really nice actually, the kitchen, even though I say so myself. And now I was remembering to put in the audio. Now usually I have a problem with roofing because I'd put the walls in there to cover the whole of the house, but I ended up bringing some in, so that meant that I had roofing on the first, or on the ground floor, as you'll see in a minute. There we go. So what I decided to do was to do the roof before I put in the windows. Otherwise I end up having to take the windows out to put the roofing on. But then I had problems placing the windows, so I had to use move objects to put windows in. And then I couldn't place objects inside the rooms up against the walls, so again I had to use move objects cheat to put the items in place. I have edited out all the cheat boxes because there was quite a lot. Now on my own Sims games I have had to extend houses because families have got bigger and everything, and so I've had to do that with some of my Sims houses before, whereas I've had to use move objects to put windows and items. There you go. I couldn't get them in, so I had to do that and then do a wall. And I've had to do that with my own Sims, use move objects to place objects by the walls so that they will go there. Otherwise it says the roof is too low or something. And I've not had any problems with gameplay because of that. So if you do download this for your game and you find you have problems with Sims getting into bed or using like in the case of the child's room, getting into bed, or using the little stove, then please let me know, because otherwise I'll remember that in future and I won't do it again. But as I say, I've not had any problems with my game doing that using move objects. So as you can see, I've used a better build rug for this room because my other rugs that I wanted didn't really fit. They weren't sort of big enough, unfortunately, because I chose some nice colours there and they all sort of went together well. Yeah, I had to use move objects to place the toilet in one of the bathrooms, and I think it might have been yeah, it was a counter, which they don't use anyway. Maybe a shower in the other one, we'll see in a minute. But I know one was a toilet, so if your Sims have problems getting on the toilet, they shouldn't. But as I say, I've used it in my game when things like that have happened, and Sims are still able to use the items. So, but if that does happen, please let me know. Yeah, and as you can see, I put in one of those built-in wardrobes there because just to use up some space, because I wasn't sure what to put there. And yeah, there's the other telephone going in, so I think there's 4 of them all together. Oh, and here we come to the bathroom. So we're all right on that wall, and yeah, I couldn't place the loo or the other counter, so I had to use move objects. Obviously that counter won't be used, but the loo will be. So I'm hoping that will be okay. And then I think in this one it's the shower. Yeah. Now we come to the kids' room. So I had trouble with both of those walls because of the roof on either side. So hopefully your Sim will be able to get into bed all right. And oh yes, I used the Hug-a-Bug rugs from Mod the Sims in this one, in this room. And I did put in a mirror. I put in a little wardrobe-y thing there, chest of drawers there, and I had so much trouble getting this mirror in. So I had to use move objects again. But when you go downstairs, you can still see the mirror. It looks like it's hanging in the sky. So I ended up deleting it because it looked really daft. I really liked how this house turned out though. It looks really nice, I think. I got rid of the rest of the rugs because obviously I'd completed it at this point. Yeah, I put those white columns in, but I do change them to the, so you can see that mirror is up in mid-air, so I got rid of it. Yes, the white columns, I do actually change those to the corner columns to go with the railing that I put on. I didn't like that darker brown. I wanted it to be the same colour as the siding, and I found that one again. I think I've used that one before. So I changed all the steps again to go with the railing, and then I changed the columns to go with the railings as well. Use the corner columns. But I think at this point I thought, well, I haven't put the roof on the top of the house, and so I decided to put the roof on the top. So I didn't have problems with this little bit. Just I wanted to make sure it went the way I wanted it to. So yeah, I think it looks quite nice. I'll make sure the fireplaces, the chimneys sort of stick up a bit more. Ah yes, and I found these little stones, and they're actually in game. I don't know why I never found them before, but they're two sizes, little ones and bigger ones. They're these things, so I obviously had to use cheats to place them because they only go in the little squares, so I had to use move objects and everything. And I thought, well, that's something a bit different. And place the plants. There's a mixture there of in-game ones and custom content ones, but I swapped those out for the rose bushes. So I'm hoping, because they're off square, those rose bushes, because they'll need trimming, I hope that will be okay for your Sims to be able to trim them all right, because as I say, they're off square. So I changed the mailbox as well. Oh yes, and I put flowers all the way along on the outside of the fence. I think there's more flowers at the front of the property than there are at the back, although I did place some flowers in with the gardening plots. And I wanted to put in a scarecrow, but I couldn't for the life of me find where it was, so I left him out. I'll probably find it when I'm not looking for it. So as there's a child's room, I thought it would be a good idea to pop in a swing, which I did, and also a swimming pool for something a little bit different. And of course, as I said before, you've got the gardening plots as well. So there's quite a few sort of hedges and bushes and things to be trimmed. So your Sims will probably need a gardener for this. Unless, of course, they're home all day and could do the gardening themselves, but usually have to go to work, don't they? Unless you've got retired Sims, of course. Anyway, as we're coming towards the end of this video, I will do my usual spiel. So if you would like this lot in your game, you can download it from MediaFire, and the link is in the description below. As I have used custom content in this build, I would recommend installing with the Sims 2-pack clean installer, and the link to that and all instructions are in the readme file in the download zip. Also, a big shout out to my members, who are Eero Sims, Alice Jones, Nikki McKay, Diane Rowe, Paula Alfaro and Etel Asfaldi. Thank you so much. I'll leave you to watch the rest of the video. If you could give me a like, that would be great, really helps me out and is very much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed but like to watch my videos, please subscribe, as this also really helps me out and is completely free. Don't forget to check out my other videos, a couple of which are linked at the end of this video. I have let's plays, tutorials, challenges and other builds. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Dag dag!